So, um, so there's Loudre and Nisha here right now. So who wants to basically describe their character first?
I can, I guess.
So make me a teacher and pick.
I just said I will.
Go, Loudre.
Thank you. I am a 6 foot tall, fire haired, with a black cloak elf man who is following in his father's footsteps for his creed to be reinstated.
Cool.
I'm glad to see that Nisha's very excited with that very unenthusiastic. But
I'm used to it.
Nisha, go ahead and describe yourself.
So, Nisha is a white demon. Basically like a demon that's on the side of angels, because why not? She's 4 foot tall, which is great.
Ha!
Shut up, Loudre.
Midget.
Tiny.
Is that it?
Microphones down my mouth.
Do I have to explain her backstory, or
You can if you want.
you know what? Sure.
He was raised from a young age in Boston.
Loudre, kindly shut up.
What, you don't like the scout from TF2?
Might be my half brother, but shut up. So basically, Nisha was born out of wedlock from Laudram's dad and Nisha's mother, because that's fun, I guess.
Cheating is glorious.
Laudram's dad has no clue about her existence because he decided to scurry off to his other family after getting a woman pregnant, because that's fun. Her mother
father.
her mother just left her in a forest, which of course she survived. And she's kind of weary of most things, including food from other people that she did not make, and people.
Okay. So, now that we have established 2 of our characters, we will have 2 others possibly joining. We have one being, his name is Scorch. He is basically I don't want to call him a basic boy, but he's a fire demon.
He's a basic boy.
He's
a fire demon that I don't think he has any lore for his character at the moment.
Nope.
And then the other one is potentially a black dragon using dark magic named Dubai.
He's black.
Loudre? I was talking. Please give me a minute. So,
I didn't even know you heard that because it didn't even light up on my screen.
So basically, y'all awaken in a weird area full of the purple luminescent light of a crystal that you appear to be inside of.
Ew.
With a massive glowing creature before you. It has basically 3 orange things behind its eyes with its body glowing. Its hands, its tail, and head, along with tips of its wings, are all glowing a luminous purple. Along with probably the biggest thing, being that it's 120 feet long. Alrighty. What do y'all do?
I want to boop it like a bad dog.
Are you absolutely sure you want to boop?
I mean, I might get my hand bitten off, but yeah, why not?
You boop this thing very hard.
No.
Kind of make its nose turn red. That's all it really does. Loudre, your turn.
I roll for intimidation.
I can just see Laudre.
I'm not even gonna roll for that, bud. It's 120.
I just see Laudre being a tall beanstalk T-posing.
You know what?
Not
Okay,
how
you stand up to
intimidation
your
works.
full height, right? And you're trying to intimidate this thing, and then it just stands up to its full height. It stands up on two legs, and you are intimidated.
It's like Uno reverse.
I'm sorry, but when you see a dragon go from walking just like a fucking double its height, I would probably be intimidated.
Why did it just pull a cat?
Okay. Miss Nisha.
Because Big Dragon Boy don't like you.
Miss Nisha?
Yes.
It is your turn.
Mm-hmm. Does it have genitals?
Oh boy.
I wish to kick them.
It is not visible genitalia.
I wish to kick them where I think they would be.
You hit it like a rock, and I mean, it kind of nothing happens.
Dang
you
it!
Kind of just get looked at. Loudrum.
Yes, sir.
Your turn.
Okay. I look around.
You see more of these purple lights, but that's pretty much all you can discern. You appear to be in some sort of almost arena-like area, but it's not man-made, it's natural.
Ooh.
Like a hole carved out by this creature. Miss Nisha. I think you know what I'm going to say.
What will I do?
Yes.
I want to go into the hole.
What?
The hole above you, or the hole called the dragon's esophagus?
That's not the hole I was thinking about.
Both.
You are not able to jump high enough, and you are swallowed alive. You are dead.
Yay!
Loudrum, it is now your turn.
I attempt to sneak up on the dragon to attack it from behind.
It sees you, and its mouth opens. As you then, all you see is a purple light as you are vaporized.
I thought Lodran was gonna attempt to seduce the thing.
Not gonna seduce a dragon.
Please. Y'all wake up from this apparent dream to hear a poem being heard outside, being the day brings the purple mist as night falls, the beast awakens. Soon you will see the Amethyst Emperor. Before, well, you're in a bar. What do you want to do?
I want to take a shot of ultra strong whiskey.
Congratulations. You almost have alcohol poisoning.
Yay.
You are very much intoxicated.
Yeah.
It's now your turn, Loudrum.
I look around at the bar I have been that I have woken up in. Sorry, I got a text message that really confused me.
It looks like a bar.
Interesting.
Very basic.
Very eloquent, very poetic.
Made out of wood. There are several other people inside of this bar.
Arson!
So, Miss Nisha?
Oh boy.
What do you want to do?
Either get alcohol poisoning or arson. Or start a bar fight. I've always wanted to do that.
You gonna
I'm
pick
thinking.
one?
I'm thinking.
Miss,
You
Leaning heavily towards the arson.
What? What?
So, Loudrum, while she is thinking, I will let you go.
Okay, thank you. I walk outside
Okay, leave the arsonist. Always a good thing.
As you begin to walk outside, you simply open up the door, and I mean, it seems like a pretty simple village. Very calm, very nice, bright day outside. You do see people in black and purple cloaks heading toward the bar, though.
Is it
Miss
my
Nisha?
FBI agent?
God knows he's already seen enough. Miss Nisha?
I don't know what you mean.
Miss Nisha?
Well, I'm trying to start a fire in this here wooden bar, so I can't really do anything until I start that fire. So,
How do you want to start the fire?
how can I start the fire?
Burn something.
Do I miraculously have any, pray tell, matches?
You are a demon. Your body is literally practically lava.
Oh yeah.
Why don't I imagine you just like look down at your arm like, oh yeah.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Because I'm gonna take a conveniently placed knife that I hope is there. I'm gonna prick my finger.
You accidentally have split your hand in two.
Fun.
Put a little bit too much force, but now your blood, just very much like lava, begins to leak out as it begins to burn the wooden bar stool you stand at.
Horse hood.
Mr. Loudrum?
Yes. I hide from the people in cloaks in a bush nearby.
What bush is
You
gonna
stand
catch
in a
on
bush.
fire?
You stand in a bush, but you are so tall that the bush is only covering your feet.
That's not a bush.
That's a tiny bush.
Miss Nisha?
Yes.
So now that you have committed arson in front of several people, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna say I'm drunk. Walk outside.
Because they are very much afraid of demons, you are allowed to walk outside with no problems. A little bit topsy. I mean, one of your legs is like it's limping. You kind of look like you're really happy right now.
Yeah, I just committed arson. Of course I am.
Yeah, totally. That's what it is. You then see Loudrum and the people with the cloaks heading into the bar. They've actually entered it. And
I hope they're
Loudrum,
okay with fire.
it is your turn.
I walk down the street.
You see Nisha just standing there very much intoxicated. You see a local library, a few other things such as a school, and just some primitive houses.
Please don't seduce the school teacher.
That's not what I thought you were going to say there. I'm going to be honest.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
I attempt to enter the library.
They give you a very basic library card. Basically, if you touch anything, you are going to get shot. But you can enter freely.
Okay. I look around as if it is a museum.
You see 3 stacks of books. This is a very small library.
That's a sad library.
Another stack to the side. You see a few people talking. You see the librarian. And then that's pretty much all you see, except for one glowing book near the top of a shelf.
Oh, God.
Miss Nisha.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I want to grab the glowing book before Logic does.
You're not even in the library.
I want to go in the library and get that glowing book.
You begin to walk into the library, but the librarian stops you, saying that we do not allow drunk people into the library with children.
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Let's go commit arson somewhere else.
Well, Mr. Loudrum, what do you want to do?
I attempt to make out what the book says.
On the side, it appears to be a completely different language, not known from any of the races on this planet. However, you do get a better look at this. The writing is almost a golden texture, with the outside of the book mostly being black with purple accents.
Ew.
Purple.
Miss Nisha,
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm going to ask. So go on ahead.
I don't know. What are you gonna ask?
What do you want to do?
Let's go splash some very cold water on my face so I'm no longer intoxicated, so I can go back in the library.
You splash some
God, if they
very
have a
hot
breathalyzer.
water. Some very hot water on your face. You are a demon, so it does not affect you. You are kind of out of your buzz, where you actually don't seem to notice it. But you do have the occasional chance to randomly trip over your own feet. It's now Loudron's turn.
I leave the library.
Congrats. Now what?
I was so confused why you just said congrats. I thought I won a new car or something. I look around at this, like the city, the town.
You see, again, very primitive houses. You do see a woman clearly splashing water on her face to do something. You see.
Oh, I wonder who that is.
You see the bar. You then see the purple cloaked people leaving said bar as if they're looking for people. And then you see that there is almost like castle near the back that appears to have the royal, basically the royal cavalry in there.
Is it made of wood?
It's made out of stone.
Dang it.
Now, before I go on to your turn, Miss Nisha, why are you so fascinated with wood?
Because I want to burn it, okay?
Miss Nisha, it is now your turn.
I want to go in the library as I am no longer drunk. I hope to God I do not fall on my face.
You then start to walk. You see a very tall person kind of just looking around like he's retarded. You then head toward the library. You enter, she says, I know you literally just splashed water on your face. I literally just saw you do that.
Yes, but I am no longer intoxicated.
You then manage to trip and hit the floor at the Oxford worst timing. I mean, she's like, yeah, you're drunk.
Not super intoxicated.
Luckily enough for you, you see 3 children leave, and she's like, you know what, fuck it. Come on in.
Yes.
It's now Loudron's turn.
I attempt to introduce myself to the woman who just fell at my feet, quite literally.
Well, speak, you dumbass.
You mean speak?
You have to speak to the random lady.
I was talking about Nisha.
Yeah, then speak.
Okay.
You say that like you two aren't right here.
Hello, Nisha. How are you?
No
if
questions
I talk,
about how
I'm going
he
to
already.
barf on your shoes.
You not going to mention how you somehow know her name like a soccer?
We're ignoring
Hello,
it for
Mr.
now because I
Soccer
forgot
Man.
about
Do
that.
you want me to barf on your shoes?
No, these are shoes worn by my ancestors.
So what you telling me is that old crusty musty feet have been in them shoes and now you're wearing them crusty dusty shoes.
Hello, madam. You seem to be slightly intoxicated. Do you need help?
Don't sound like you're trying to take her home, please.
I don't need help from a man who can't buy his own shoes.
Well, what is your name?
You already know my name's Stucker.
This is
Suddenly, the purple black road people, one of them kind of hits you both aside. Nisha, due to her intoxication, hits the floor as
Ow.
they begin to ask the librarian what's going on, and you see a prominent figure enter. So now what do y'all want to do?
Those so big.
I watched the events unfold.
So basically,
I don't
these
care what
black road
happens
people.
next. I just want the book.
Well, do you want to listen into their conversation?
I'll do that as I'm grabbing the book. I can do two things at once.
As you listen on the conversation, you basically hear that they are looking for a book describing potentially 3 to 4 people who would stop the, as they call, the emperor. And as you go in, you see this prominent figure, the one that knocked you both down, is holding said book and appears to be reading it with a bunch of guards around her.
Can I have the
So
glowy book, though?
they're holding it.
Oh, I want to steal the glowy book. It looks cool.
You attempt to walk toward them, and they immediately tell you to get the heck back. This is a government operation. Loudrum, it is your turn now. Miss Drunken Lady got nowhere.
I continue watching, observing what is happening around me.
Soon you see that the lady points out 2 to 3 things inside of the book and then says, huh. So it's that woman and that one guy behind her over there?
I don't
They're
like
the ones?
this librarian.
Out of any of the people to visit our town, these 2? And the other one just looks skinny. Alrighty. Take him away. And the black and purple road people begin to walk toward both of you. So, what do you do?
I will activate my very convenient defense mechanism of puking on their shoes.
You attempt to vomit, but start choking actually, and you hit the floor. You are starting to die. I'm sure it's your turn.
Okay. I put my hands up.
Are we going to a party or are you surrendering?
You then watch as the librarian basically says, all right, capture him. And what to do with the demon chick? As you are then, your arms are pinned to the ground and they put cuffs around you. Luckily for me,
already on the ground, ma'am.
Luckily
for Nisha.
I was talking about Loudrum. Miss Nisha, your drunken state has confused them, luckily. As it appears the alcohol begins to wear off. You are now no longer suffering from the effects.
Hey, boyos, you got some high strength whiskey?
Why are you a drunk in this? Miss Nisha,
So
you asked them.
A very convenient defense mechanism of puking on their shoes.
Basically, they then give you a bottle of whiskey. They pour you a glass, and as you're about to drink it, they knock you out with the back half of the whiskey bottle.
What? I didn't even get to drink it.
You are both taken away, and you waken inside of a prison cell, conveniently together. And well, you kind of just sit there. Do you want to try and escape, or you just want to wait your time?
I
start running through scenarios in my head.
I make as much noise as I can.
You begin to scream wildly to the point where they begin to confuse you for a bird outside. Mr. Hayden, you figure out a scenario. What do you want to do?
I'm sorry, what's his name?
Loudrum.
There we go.
I ask a card to come over.
I mean, this man gets straight up from his seat. He puts down his drink. I mean, this man walks over with such passion. You think that he was about to freaking marry you on the spot. I mean, this man is ready.
You didn't even try to seduce him.
Alrighty, now it's Nisha's turn.
I continue to scream.
Bird noises intensify.
Exactly.
You sound like a flock of chirping birds as you then begin to spaz out.
Why am I spazzing?
Because it appears you're having a mental breakdown and becoming part bird. Loudrum, it is now your turn.
I flirtatiously ask the guard, where can a guy like me get some whiskey around here?
All right, that's my whiskey. Hands off.
He gives you the broken bottle familiar with no whiskey. The one that knocked out Miss Nisha.
I stab him
just
with
throw
it.
it at the guard. Oh, we'll do that.
You stab him. And then you soon realize that you cannot escape by stabbing him. You just stab that man, and then you're still locked in there, and now you have to wait till a guard decides to basically figure out what happened.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Dang, how strong was that bottle?
You're just in a maze of...
It's a bottle. What do you mean? It broke on your head and you got knocked out.
So as you begin to realize that it's been several hours later, Miss Nisha is now sober. Completely.
I don't like that. I need my convenient gag reflex.
What?
Yeah, I'm supposed to you tell all the men that you don't do. So anyway,
defense mechanism, gag reflex, same thing.
Loudrum, what do you want to do?
I smack Anisha.
Ow.
You feel the wrath of God as your arm begins to glow. Because you hit her so hard, she hits the wall and becomes knocked unconscious.
Ow. Do I go through the wall?
No, there's a crack in it.
Dang it.
I guess you could say it got cracked.
You now have tier 3 brain damage, Nisha.
Tier 3 specifically.
That's the best tier.
Not.
So, what do y'all want to do? As several hours passes, Nisha wakes up, barely remembering what even happened to her. So, what do y'all do?
I call another guard
I'm
over.
Permanently drunk.
You then get a guard to come over, who then sits there, looks at the dead guard, and is like, "All right, I'm gonna leave."
Wait.
As a then cloaked figure begins to walk over the body, pulls out the glass, and then basically looks at you both and says, "Y'all need a glass of whiskey."
I mean, I have tier 3 brain damage, so I'm now feeling like I'm permanently drunk, so not really.
Do you need 4? I think you need a tier 4.
Nah, tier 10.
So he comes back, pours you both a clear drink, and then sets them inside the jail cell. And then
I
leaves.
smell it.
It smells like alcohol. Congratulations.
The
Miss
smell
Nisha?
like cinnamon.
Miss Nisha?
Does it smell like cinnamon?
No.
Okay, good.
Is that it?
Yep.
Are you trying to poison us? Or are you trying to get
Soon
us
enough.
drunk? What's happening?
You hear two noises from the outside. And basically, it sounds like a very weird noise. It's very difficult for you to understand. But basically, it's your turns again.
I down the liquid.
Don't say that like that.
You realize that you have consumed the most dangerous form of vodka in the world, and you hit the ground.
Oh.
Miss Nisha?
I splash my vodka into the guard's face.
The guard is out of the room. You just splashed vodka onto a dead guy's face.
Good enough.
Another hour passes as, luckily enough, Mr. Loudrum wakes up. Apparently not even intoxicated. This man is built to last liquor.
I attempt to take the keys off the unconscious guard.
He's not unconscious. He's dead.
Believe he is unconscious.
He's dead. You killed him.
I don't think you realize there's a bottle sticking out of his throat. He is very much dead.
Dang,
So
you went
doesn't
for the
change what I
throat.
said. I attempt to take the keys off the man.
you pull on his leg and actually accidentally rip it off. You kind of get nowhere. You do hear more noises though.
Are the keys on the leg?
No.
Does he have anything in his shoes?
You say I got nowhere, but I got a leg.
Does he have anything in his
You
shoes?
find in his shoes a card to Applebee's.
There's an Applebee's?
Apparently.
That is all you find.
I
Soon
search
enough, a
and
cloaked
drag him
figure.
over.
Soon enough, a cloaked figure walks into the room.
Dang it,
Steps
I
on
want
the
to search the dead body.
Steps on the glass part of his neck and kind of severs the brainstem, if you will,
Ooh, fun.
and then just sets you both free with the keys and then walks away.
I offer him the leg.
She says, "I am not a him, and I do not want the leg."
Fair enough.
So, what do y'all want to do?
The dead body.
I walk out of the jail.
You find credit cards that basically say that he has no money.
I knew it. You idiot, don't smack your face on that.
So,
Can I take his head and put it on a spike?
We're going full tribal here, folks.
you completely sever his head. You can see the blood hit into your eyes, and you kind of get the crazy eye as you then plant it firmly onto a spike. And then walk away. Mr. Loudrum, what do you want to do?
I inspect the place around the jail.
It's a jail with cells. There's an office. There's also a door. What, did you want more?
No, my dog just licked me in the face and I couldn't respond.
Mrs. Nisha.
Bork. What do you want?
What do you think?
Gotta go in the office.
You walk into the office and see that it looks like an office. There's a
Very
clipboard
nice, very nice.
with a piece of paper on it that says "Retards have been captured."
Touche.
Other than that, there's pretty much nothing. I mean, this place is pretty much barren. It appears that it was literally just there to capture you two, and nothing else. So, Mr. Loudrum,
Yes, sir.
do something, please. You know you can
I'm in
search
the
this
office.
world.
I search the office.
I'm in the office.
You search me as well, and you steal $12. Hello.
What? Sorry.
You stole $12 off of Miss Nisha, and you
Yeah.
find a single penny in a drawer.
Perfect.
I was
Nisha
in
can
the
no longer
office.
buy
There was
whiskey.
nothing in there.
You can
It's
no
just a-
longer buy whiskey as you don't have the money since Mr. Loudrum stole it.
Mine now.
Can I slap him in the face and steal my money back?
It ain't gonna get your money back.
You somehow managed to slap yourself.
Ah.
It's now Loudrum's turn.
I want my money back, bro.
I slapped Nisha. Sorry, I was doing a happy dance.
Oh God. The wrath of God surrounds once more.
Oh God.
As she then begins to brace for impact. You see a little bit of a tear going down her eye.
I just want my $12.
As you then miss and somehow manage to hit yourself in the balls.
Oh. Oh,
With
nice.
the oh God.
You heard a
nice.
visible crunching sound.
Oh.
As you then are allowed to leave.
No more mini laundry. Your children in the future feel that.
Alrighty, what do y'all want to do?
I leave.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, you left.
And I look around.
Go up that
You
mysterious
see
door.
that is the door to the outside. You walk outside.
Okay, then. Just making sure.
And
follow Nisha.
What
as
you
you then
mean? You stole my $12. You ain't following me nowhere.
soon enough, as your bickering continues, the people then see you and they're just like, how in the did Jerry die again? This is 5th time.
What?
We're not reviving Jerry. And then they begin to chase you down.
What?
I hop on Lawdram's back and tell him to go.
Yeah, no. I run
He
like
is
the wind,
barely able to
bullseye.
hold your massive weight, as it feels like he is carrying over 20 pounds.
Hi.
Dungeon Master, listen.
Mhm.
I run like the wind, bullseye.
You manage one step before you collapse.
Understandable.
That was quite rude.
It's true.
I just imagine you going, the voice in your head going, that's quite rude.
I step on Lawdram's head and run away.
You already crushed me with your fat ass. You gotta hit me in the head too?
You step on his
You
face.
deserve
You do not steal any money, however. And then you begin to walk.
I want to run, not walk.
All right, well, you run. You now have 4 distance to choose. North, you are currently in the east, west, and then south.
And Lawdram's just there, face planted in the mud.
It's his turn. What do you want to do?
Oh, me? Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. North.
So you go
get
north.
out of the mud first.
So you get out of the mud relatively easily and you head toward the north. Nisha, do you want to follow him or go your own path?
Sure. I can just imagine Lawdram being the tall beanstalk he is, with just mud dripping down his face.
You then begin to walk after him very angrily as you realize you cannot get intoxicated due to him. And, well,
Hey, yeah.
Basically, you're basically following him at this point because you want your money back.
Yeah.
You then reach the north as an old man sitting there. Basically says, "The bitch, she is a hoe," and then disappears magically without any.
My dog enjoyed that.
And then, well, you enter the northern area. There's two crossroads: the western pathway leading to the Elven village, the eastern to a mountainous area, which supposedly has a village in it.
Are we in the east? Oh no, we're in the north. Never mind.
Miss Nisha is so sober that she forgot that she wasn't drunk. Alrighty. What do y'all want to do? Mountains? Elf
Headed
village.
toward the elf village.
My God, I can't go in elf villages.
As you begin
This
to
is
walk
why-
through the elf village, you then realize that you got really drunk one night and burned down a house, which is why you're no longer allowed in. As you
Yes.
luckily, somehow they allow you in because Loudrum is supposedly a decent member of society.
Since when?
Since now,
As you
biatch.
As you enter the area, well, you see a very basic village once more. There's a massive library, quite a large school. You see a town hall, elven people. You see a shop, just very basic things.
I hate you. I can't go in elf villages and there's a massive library.
You're in the elf village, remember? Loudrum's the only reason why you are.
Oh, library.
You then walk off toward the library. She then says, "Sorry, I don't want to sound racist or anything, but we only allow demons in if they're supervised by elves."
You are my slave
Audra,
now.
get your butt over here.
I follow Nisha.
You walk up like the Giga Chad, and then you both enter the
Did
library.
you roll for that? That sounded like you
Yes.
rolled for that. I knew it.
We rolled the 20.
You see this massive library, but three books do definitely seem noticeable. A book looking almost identical to the one found in the east. A very weird book glowing a very dark color. And another very bright with a little bit of almost fiery red on the bottom.
Ow, shit.
Mr. Loudrum stubs his toe.
Yeah, that's basically what just happened there, except my knee was just snapped a little bit.
Miss Nisha, I guess you're allowed to go first while he thinks.
I want to go towards the glowy book with fire.
You then pick it up off the shelf with some assistance of a ladder, of course. As you then take it off the shelf, you begin to open it, and you basically learn that angels and demons usually don't like each other.
Oh, no.
You did learn, though, that the angels usually have very, very good books on light magic, and demons usually, if you are a white demon, will almost immediately be aggressive towards you. So, Mr.
Good to know.
Mr. Loudrum.
Yes, sir. What books are left?
Do something!
What books are left?
The one identical to the one in the east and a dark one.
I pick up the identical one to the east.
You then look at it, stare directly into the librarian's eyes for a quick moment, and realize, I can't read this, and then close it. Miss Nisha?
Do I want to try my luck with the dark one?
It is up to you.
Audra, take this boot.
What? Sorry.
Take this.
You
dark
give him this
book.
very dark book.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
I have the
What do
book.
you want to do, Mr. Loudrum?
I hold the book.
Read it.
I
Do you
hold
read
the
it?
book above Nisha's head.
And then
I proceed to read it. But not
You learn
aloud,
that
so that
there-
Nisha shall never know the secrets of the book inside.
you
I
then
hear
learn
you.
3 potential spells describing different things for a specific race that lives to the mountainous region of the north.
Dwarves.
So, one spell is to control them. The second is to be able to, what's the word, raise one. And the third is to communicate with them.
Okay.
Pick one.
Communication.
I knew it.
You now are able to
Smart
communicate
choice.
with the beings that live in the mountainous region of the north.
Sweet.
Miss Nisha, it's your turn.
Mm.
The book is still there for apparently one more spell.
I attempt to read it, and afterwards, knee Lodram in the genitals.
You are not able to learn communication, but you are able to learn raising or control.
What does raising mean?
You will find out if you pick it. It is not
What?
either of you.
Oh.
There is basically, you have to pick. I'm not going to tell you until you go to the mountainous west. Sorry, mountainous north.
Hmm. Hmm.
Miss Nisha, have you come to a decision?
Let's take a risk and go with raise, because this sounds cool.
Okay, you now have learned the ability to raise this type of being. So, what do y'all want to do now?
I want to kick Lodram in the genitals.
You are unable to reach.
He's 6 foot tall. Of course I would reach. It's like 3 feet off the ground.
Loudrum, it is now your turn.
That's not even right.
Loudrum.
Anyway, I walk out of the library.
Congrats, you walked outside of the library.
Cool. I walk into the nearest bar.
Miss Nisha is immediately being pulled outside of the library and kicked out.
I was already leaving.
So there's actually no bar. Elves usually in this time period believe that prohibition is better than alcohol.
So they're stupid. All right.
I leave the elven village and go to the mountains.
I quickly leave so I am not immediately killed.
Do you want to follow him, Miss Nisha?
Yes, I quickly follow him so I am not immediately killed.
I'm belay, Nisha. I'm belay.
As you enter this mountainous region, it's very blisteringly cold. And you see a shadow on apparently almost like that of a mountain looking down at you as it then crashes before you.
Dr. Facilier?
As you then see what is known as a dragon.
So,
as it then proceeds to shoot fire at you, as it appears that this is the feral type of dragon.
Ah, shit.
They're not all feral?
There is almost humanoid-like ones that can speak and have basic communications, and then there is the feral type.
Oh, boy, howdy.
Am I resistant to this fire?
Yes. Loudrum, however, now is missing his pants.
Yeah, I am missing my pants.
I look away.
He has underwear. You don't see
I
anything.
hope so.
He'll look away.
It is now Nisha's turn.
I know my elf bean is flopping around in the wind.
Miss Nisha?
Ooh, gotta calm down from that. I say, what's up to the dragon? He can't understand me, but oh well.
You then walk up as if you're about to hang with the dragon, and it kind of just looks at you like, the fuck you doing? As it then grabs you by the arm and throws you and hits Loudrum in the face. He thankfully cushions your fall.
Thank
So
you.
glad that I am the punching bag for this one.
Mr. Loudrum?
I attempt to say hello to the dragon.
You say hello, and the dragon just kind of sits there questioning as it appears to understand what you said.
Please do not seduce the dragon.
As you then hear a low growl indicating starvation. Basically, you watch as the dragon's eyes begin to lock, as if it is going into a purely instinctual state.
Oh God.
And it then begins to foam at the mouth.
Ooh, dragon with rabies.
As it then begins to glow, as its whole body begins to charge up. As it blasts, luckily, due to Loudrum cushioning your fall, only burning Mrs. Nisha, who mostly is unaffected.
Yay.
Miss Nisha, before you get up, you can feel something behind you that you are sitting on. As you then get up,
Yeah, I'm
And-
going very quickly.
and what do you want to do?
I want to kick Roger in the face.
You kick him in the face. Congrats.
Yay.
Mr. Loudrum,
Yep.
your turn.
I run away from the dragon.
The dragon then seems to be mostly after you. And you do not get very far before you feel a slash on your back.
Thank you.
Miss Nisha, your turn.
Quit laughing at the tall beanstalk and just his underpants to run away.
You successfully run away. You're still in the mountainous biome.
I'm laughing at
You
him.
point at him and begin to laugh. He now has a morale lowered boost. Mr. Loudrum,
I attempt to reason with the dragon.
it has rabies, dumbass.
Yes. I have
Can't reason
reasoned.
with
I have reasoned with a raccoon with rabies. I can reason with a dragon with rabies.
There's a story behind that, and I want to hear that.
Well, luckily for you, as you are about to be ripped in half, for lack of a better term, it appears that another dragon attacks this one, and they begin to fight. They barely even notice you now. You can go further into the mountains or continue the fight.
I go further into the mountains.
Miss Nisha,
Let's follow him.
you then see something glowing, Miss Nisha, as it appears that your senses have picked up on something that he doesn't even realize. As you then uncover a sheet and realize what raising would mean. Why would you want to raise something, Miss Nisha?
Are you
Miss
actually,
Nisha?
actually asking me?
Well, basically, you have found a
Oh, my God.
black colored egg. Just sitting there, unguarded. What do you want to do?
I wasn't listening. What?
You found a dragon egg.
Oh,
What would raising mean, Miss Nisha?
I would assume raising it from the dead, but I'm pretty sure that's not correct.
Raising would be being able to actually hatch a dragon egg.
Oh, cool.
The other one was control, meaning you'd be able to control all dragons and you would have to avoid any damage taken from this battle. So, what do y'all want to do? Do you want to take the egg without Mudroom's knowing, or do you want to just take it? Or do you want to just leave it?
Let's pick up the egg.
Okay, so y'all decide to pick up the egg. You're now kind of weighed down, but it doesn't really affect you too much. But basically, you continue walking until you find this draconic village. It's very primitive. I would say even more primitive than the previous villages. And that is where we will end off for this episode.